Okay, so how does lighting affect your makeup choices and what to think about when creating your makeup look and understanding how that pairs with the different lighting situations of what we do in our day-to-day lives and different occasions I'm going to be sharing all that, having a conversation with you today about that and just shedding some light on some things that you might want to start thinking about in order to look your best. I am NATASHA Bishop, professional makeup artist of over a decade, and I have a new video out every single week. This channel is all things beauty, makeup, and travel shopping videos, spas, reviewing new treatments, all that stuff. So please consider subscribing and let's get into today's conversation. So we're going to be talking about how different lighting situations affect your makeup choices, how to adjust your makeup for different settings, and a little bit on how your clothing choices affect your makeup choices as well. So how does lighting affect your makeup and the makeup you're going to wear? So we have a few different types of lighting. First, we have natural day light. This is like the most optimal choice of lighting is daylight. Everything just looks better in daylight. It's a soft, diffused, happy, there's different styles of daylight. You have high contrast, standing right in the sun with lots of shadows, or you have a little bit more overcast and softer types of shadows, less shadows, and a bit more diffused light with the cloud cover on top. But essentially daylight. This is the most like flattering option for your makeup. So really it's kind of like the baseline of what we're talking about today. With natural daylight makeup, warm, light complexion colors, warm eyeshadows, not too heavy for the daytime is really what works well and pairs well with daylight. This is not really the kind of setting that you really need to think too much about. The only thing I would say is don't go too heavy in the other lighting scenarios we're going to be talking about. You don't want to be doing those makeup looks in the day because it's just going to be a bit potentially jarring, and you want people to see you, not so much your makeup. But maybe you don't. That's up to the person, but most of the time we just want to look our best. And if it's too much, then in the daytime it's kind of not the most ideal situation to be wearing a full face of dramatic makeup looks. You will want to save that for another lighting scenario, which I'm sure, comment down below if you know exactly which one I'm talking about. There's a few different caveats to that. If you are doing a photo shoot or having a lot of photographs taken for this daytime event, you could put on a little bit more makeup. This is something that I always tell my clients when I'm doing their makeup. I always ask about the event they're going to. Is it going to be inside? Is it going to be outside? I mean, there's like multiple reasons why I'm asking this, because I want to know, like, are they going to be in air conditioning the whole time? Are they going to be outside in the humidity the whole time in direct sunlight? Is the purpose of them booking me for their makeup to look great in photos, or they just want to look more great in person? All these things, like, I kind of take note of in my head when I'm doing their makeup, just ever so slightly. So if it's going to be a lot of professional photographs that you're going to be getting, then you do want to wear a little bit more makeup than maybe what you're comfortable with, because professional photography really eats and dissolves makeup. It bounces right through it, and you need more to give you that makeup look or that perfected look. It just happens that way. It's just how it is. Whenever I'm working on set on models and I've done their makeup in the kind of more softer but still like makeup lights, and then they get on set and the makeup's looked gorgeous, I've taken my photos, I'm like, yep, you're ready to go on set and start the shoot. And then on set, often like I check the makeup in the back of the camera or on the screen that the photographers have, and I'm like, oh no, she needs more blush. So I'm like running back to my makeup table and getting some more blush and like adding more blush, because often it just gets eaten through, and by the light it just like you can't see it. The makeup just gets taken away. Those things, more blush, often your brows get kind of lost a little bit, you know, a little bit more structure on the ends can be helpful. And yeah, if you've ever done any like kind of definition here, you're trying to add a little bit of depth in the crease, that always gets kind of blurred out and you don't see it as much on professional studio lights. But if it's a more of a daytime event, you're not in a studio, then the photographer may not be using a flash and it may not eat up your makeup as much. So just be mindful of all of those little things. Another type of light source is artificial overhead lighting, down lights. These are the absolute worst lights to stand under. They highlight all your imperfections and they create so many unflattering shadows on your face. I'm going to put a few examples on the screen, so I hope you're enjoying those. They're not friendly. And unfortunately, when you ever go to events or so many times at restaurants, these down lights, they look really like beautiful and ambient and moody in an interior design setting, but with people and with people standing underneath them, they're not ideal lights. You never want to like take photos or selfies under these lights. These are not going to do you any favors. They just create a light. Maybe I can show you with my phone. Flash is on. I have very strong lights here to make me look fresh on YouTube, guys, because I see on the analytics, so many of you guys are watching me on your TV screens at home. Oh my goodness. I mean, keep doing what you're doing, but that's very confronting that you're seeing me so up close. And anyway, that's my own thing. Overhead lights. So it's not really doing it. It's not. But you can see a little bit how it's creating a lot of not nice. This is not really showing it. I'll try to put in some examples. This is not. They're just not flattering. So there's not a lot you can do about it. You need to be in that situation. You need to eat at the restaurant. You need to sit in that chair. But if you were to get a photo or something, try lifting your face up as opposed to having more of the shadows. You always want a little bit more light, or just kind of move away from it and try to have it kind of coming towards you as opposed to like on top of you and creating a lot of shadow. Makeup for those situations. Yeah. Powder a lot more, because those lights are going to really pick up any shiny areas, and you would like to try to diffuse your face and diffuse your makeup a little bit more, because the lights are kind of doing the opposite. They're not diffusing, they're highlighting texture, creases and contours that you don't like. So powder really helps like diffuse those elements on the face. The next lighting situation, moving into the darker one, is dim light, evening, candle light, really beautiful. Hopefully you're at a restaurant that has this type of lighting. This is what we like. So I really like to create softness with this light. You can add a little bit more highlighter because you don't have like strong sunlight coming on you. You could add, play with the candle light kind of glow, and a nice glossy lip is always something that I love. And moving into like nighttime and, going out for drinks with the girls type of makeup, you can put on a lot more makeup. You can make your eyes a lot more dramatic, add a lot more definition, go with a bolder lip, keep on building up your contour a bit, adding a bit more structure and sculpt into your face. This is the scenarios where more makeup is okay and it doesn't look so full face of makeup. If that makes sense. You have a full face of makeup on, but it doesn't look that way immensely, if that makes sense. It looks more fitting for the scenario that you're in. I know these things maybe are quite self-explanatory, so I hope you're enjoying this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you are, but this is the time when you go for the full-on glam look is nighttime. Adding the glitter eyelids, all that stuff. You're saving all these for those nights out. You do want to consider flashback as well for nights out and taking photographs with flash. Now, great ways to check how your makeup is looking is actually take selfies yourself before you leave. I often find when I take photos of models and clients on my phone, I can see things that I want to fix where you wouldn't have seen it so much with your naked natural eyes. Taking a photo can really expose that and make your eye be aware of these like little tiny issues you want to blend out, add a little bit more. All of this will help. So taking some photos with your back camera and the flash, just a little like selfie like this, will really help you be able to see if you've gone in a little bit too much with powders or with your concealer being super bright. Now, if you've gone in too much with your powder, you really can kind of resolve that issue a little bit with a mist. This is like a skin mist, which I really like from a Korean brand. It has an oil and you kind of shake it up, or even just with like a makeup setting spray. This is from TIRTIR. It's a really nice one as well. So this will knock back any powderiness if you've gone too much with the powder, and then take a photo and see if it helped, and then just do another very light layer of powder under the eyes. Not going in too much. You can always top up later in the bathroom. Now, another area that you want to consider for makeup, this is maybe a little bit less to do with lighting, but more to do with your outfits and what's kind of up near your face. I have talked about this before, but I do think it is worth talking about again. This is quite neutral. I'm not like changing up my makeup in this video, but considering what you're wearing and the level of makeup that you have on your face as well is super helpful thing to think about. So white outfits or lighter color outfits, essentially, they make your makeup look stronger. So anything that you put on your face with a white outfit, okay, all of your makeup is going to look strong enough, and you don't need to wear that much makeup. On a scale for you and how you wear makeup, you can wear just your normal makeup. You don't need to add more. All colors that you put on are going to pop and stand out because you have this lower contrast color near your face. It's also going to make you look more tanned. It may bring out some more imperfections as like under eyes and freckles and different red bits, because you have this really light thing, and everything that you put on here in this area is going to look stronger. Okay. Now, if you wear black or a dark color type top, okay, they're going to look a little bit more softer on your face. You can actually handle a little bit more color on your face. So you could go a little bit stronger with your lipstick. Your blush might get lost a little bit more. You can wear a little bit more dramatic all over, more bronzer to add more warmth to your skin and more sculpting, because this is such a high contrast color near your face that you can pull off more makeup. Now, another one, patterns, okay? Patterns are busy. They're really busy. They're very loud. They are doing a lot of the talking, essentially. If you're choosing to wear a patterned outfit, this is your statement. This is it. You really want to keep everything quite pared back and neutral and focus on just glowy, lovely skin. Focus on maybe cheeks. It's not like an eye and a lip look and a pattern and earrings. It could be a little bit too much, all too much. But again, this is just fashion and clothes. It's not like hard and fast rules. You do what makes you happy, of course. You might be the type of person that's like an eclectic person, and you wear it all. You wear it all, and that's you. That's fine. I'm just saying, if you want to learn some ideas and thought processes to be a little bit more balanced in your dressing sense, then this is what I'm sharing. So these are, it's a pattern, and I would keep, if I was wearing this, I would keep things quite pared back in terms of my makeup choices. Another thing to always think about is if you're doing a bold lip, always put your bold lip on and then double check and reassess your blush situation, because you might need a lot more color to your face, because this is such a contrast of color, and then the rest of your face might look a little bit washed out. That's another good thing to always just think about and check if you're really wanting to look really put together. That was it. I hope that was somewhat helpful for you ladies. Some new ideas to think about, to like just consider these things when you're trying to like plan together an outfit. You might have a special occasion coming up. You just want to make sure it's like put together. I hope you liked that. So just to recap, adjusting your makeup according to the lighting situation that you know that you are going to be going to day to day, just making sure it's like, you know, you're looking appropriate for the occasions. A few things to think about, and let me know down below, do you adjust the makeup that you're wearing to where you're going, or you just like do the same thing each time? And after this video, are you going to consider like tweaking your makeup a little bit? These are just slight adjustments. Will you tweak it a little bit to where you are going, and just like consider the makeup look you're going to do when you sit down to where you're going? I think it's a nice thing to do because, you know, we like to change our wardrobe and our fashion for the like occasions we're going to, but it's nice to also like adjust your makeup a little bit to where you're going and what you're doing that day. That's just my 2 cents, and thank you for watching this far, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.